G'day viewers, it's Wednesday, which means it's time for WAINGAFAT Wednesday. That's an acronym that means I'm going to tell you who am I not giving a fuck about today. And today, I'm not giving a fuck about Apple and Samsung and the billion-dollar lawsuit that Samsung lost to Apple. Yes, because the most, highly valued, highest capitalized company in the world, Apple, really needs to be suing other people. But hey, you know, $1 billion. Even Apple can do with $1 billion. And why am I not giving a fuck about, well, you know, multi-billionaires going at each other? Who gives a shit? Not me. Oh, and I had people forward me links to, hey, look at this story with Samsung paid the bill in 5-cent coins. There was like 20 semi-trailers loaded with 5-cent coins. Isn't that funny? I don't give a fuck about that either. Again, but well, I could say it's because, again, you know, who cares what stupid fucking game multi-billion-dollar companies do to each other? But the real reason I don't give a fuck about it is because it's not fucking true. I didn't even have to look it up to know that, but I did look it up to verify it's just a stupid hoax or joke or parody or whatever. But it isn't fucking true. And God, people who circulate this shit online, not just about this, but just any stories, outlandish, crazy stories, and they don't even take 5 fucking seconds to see if they can verify them. Seriously, and this one, it just takes basic common sense. Really? $1 billion worth of 5-cent pieces? Where the fuck do you think they would get that? You fucking idiots! The 7-Eleven's gonna give them change? No? The bank? I really don't think so. Do you think they're going to rock up to a mint and say, hey, can you give me $1 billion in 5-cent coins? It's for a joke. It'll be funny. For fuck's sake. Now, given this is a completely trivial story, so who cares if people are taking the piss and whatnot? But the same shit happens for really quite important stories. Stories about politics, about people's lives. This bit of it just gives me the shit because it typifies the stupidity. Because I saw people circulating this on Facebook, on Twitter, as if it's true. And like I said, you could have spent the 5 seconds searching news sites to realise it isn't true because it's not being reported anywhere. But you don't even fucking have to. You've got to just think for a fucking second. It's like the insane shit people push on political fronts. And I'm not going to single out any one political group because everyone fucking does it. It's like, God, you know what? When you see a story that plays straight into a particular narrative, it's a good idea to check on it before you mindlessly spew it out there. I mean, okay, it doesn't take a genius to have noticed things I've said that my politics would be what's called progressive, maybe even loony left, certainly anti-conservative. But online, I do have a lot of conservative friends. Like, I'm always hanging shit on the American Republican Party, but I have a lot of friends who are Republicans or libertarians on the conservative side of the spectrum. And I believe, from what they tell me, most of them like me because I just say what I think and fuck anyone who wants to contradict me. And the sort of ridiculous shit some people put out in the political campaigns. Look, whatever your political persuasion, assuming you're not some fucking nutbar Nazi or bloody unreconstructed Stalinist. I mean the actual real ones, not the sort of idiot propaganda mudslinging. I mean, unless you're an absolute nutbar out there on the fringe, there are a whole bunch of legitimate reasons for your political point of view, whether you are progressive or conservative. Because politics is opinion. It isn't fact, it's opinion. Sometimes politicians can state facts to support their point of view. Often they spout lies to promote their point of view. But, see, I can deal with people who have a different political view because it's right for them. I don't like people of any political view who talk utter shit to support their role. Yeah, the point being, and I pointed this out to a conservative friend who was very magnanimous about it, and they circulated a story that wasn't true. Now, in their defense, this actually came from the Republican Party. The GOP were pushing this line that was blatantly untrue. And a whole bunch of really radical left-wing news organisations like USA Today pointed out that it's not true. Everyone pointed out it was not true because it was not true. And my conservative friend actually thanked me for just pointing out that this story doing the rounds wasn't true. And as I shared with him, hey, you have a whole bunch of legitimate reasons to not like the Obama administration, to be opposed to their policies. You don't need lies. You have legitimate reasons, stick with them. And everyone, you have legitimate reasons. So, you know, like I said, I'm using this story at a 5 cents, $1 billion, because it's mind-numbingly fucking stupid, yet shitloads of people out there said it was true. Like, you won't find a single news site, at least I didn't, saying it was true. You'll find dozens and dozens of fucking blogs saying it was true, which is why whenever someone wants to support their argument with something they read on a blog, I politely tell them, fuck off! I'm not interested! So, you know what? Be it this one, you know, yeah, for reals, Apple's, Samsung, not giving a fuck. But really, if you want to just throw out unsubstantiated stories that 5 seconds of fact-checking could show were not true, and you can't be bothered to do that tiny bit of fact-checking, you're really the sort of person I don't give a fuck about. And this is a little bit of test footage. You see, with my newfangled high-techiness here, I painted a bit of plywood, or 2 bits of plywood behind me, one side green and one side blue. So I could wear the blue shirts with the green screen and my green shirts with the blue screen. This shirt was a problem. The original green I chose was too yellow. It didn't work as well as the blue, I found out later. I thought I needed a really bright fluorescent sort of green, and it's a bit too yellow. So I've painted it, repainted it. First time I've used it with a darker green, so hopefully it looks better. I won't even know till I go out and... Yeah, don't tell me I should have done tests before I did the video. I'm a busy man. Okay, but I couldn't wear this shirt because it's a blue shirt with yellow writing, and the other green was too yellow, and this definitely, you know, would chroma key out. Now this one might be dark enough to work, and I'll go and find out. But that's a little bit of behind the scenes magic. How do I do what I do? Big bit of plywood, paint one side blue and paint one side green, and you can adapt to circumstances. The more you know.